Well, I hope that's everything I need for my first day hunting the rut of 2025. But there's going to be a little bit of a change in direction with this rifle ahead of me here. You've been familiar with it if you've watched some of my other videos, the little Howa Superlite in 308. But my ever reliable 150 grain SSTs, a Hornadies that is, a jacketed projectiles, are no longer for this. I'm actually going to go a different direction, a direction that I've tried before. That's monolithic projectiles. But the big difference is I used to always run equivalent projectiles in weight. In other words, when I was using the 150 grain Hornady SSTs, when I tried the monolithic projectiles, and in particular the Barnes TTSX, I also stayed with 150 grain. And I never really had a huge amount of success. So a lot of guys, a lot more experienced and smarter than me with bullets and hunting, said to me, why don't you drop back a size or weight in projectile? So that's exactly what I've done. I've dropped back to the 130 grain Barnes TTSX monolithic projectile, and I'm running them as hot as I possibly can. I haven't chronographed them at this stage, but I can tell you my shoulder is feeling they're coming out pretty quick. So anyway, there's only one way to find out whether I change my mind on what I think of these sort of projectiles, and that's to get out and give it a crack. Righto, let's do it. Let's go find some deers. There's quite a well-used game trail along the fringe here with no shortage of deer tracks. So hopefully they'll lead me to the owners. Have I said it's warm? Bloody hot. Suck it up, princess. Anyway, I've just got to get up over this crest here. Then we're going to have to go into stealth mode. So, do a little bit of radio and camera silence until hopefully we see something. Well, this is happening a little bit faster than I expected. I think I've found where they're bedding down during the day. I can't see exactly how many are there, but one thing is for sure, there is at least 2 plus a buck. But I'm just in an awkward position here. I can't clearly see them. I need to get about another 40 or 50 metres. But as much as they're resting, they're still on high alert. Make a move. Next good gust of wind that comes up, hopefully in my direction, we're going to see if we can take off 20 or 30 yards. Well, I thought I was busted then, and I had that young fellow locked eyes on me. They continually look my way, but the wind has been kind so far. How long it stays like that, I don't know. By staying low to the ground, using whatever cover I could, a branch, leaves, a stump, or just my camera in front of my face, it all helped to break up my body shape and kept me in the game. Providing I kept my movement to a minimum, didn't skyline myself, and the wind didn't give me away, I was still a player. After some time, the deer accepted me as a non-threatening object, so I hunkered down and waited to see what the afternoon would bring. Waiting for the sun to set, I was happy to take my chances and wait for the flies to disappear. I wanted to wait and see if that buck would be challenged by another male, but I was also keen to watch, listen and learn as the deer interacted and communicated with each other. Every now and then the breeze would drop off and I could hear the mewing between each animal. But it's just a shame the microphone doesn't do it justice. Okay, they're starting to get up out of their beds. If I'm going to take a shot, I'll wait till they come out in the clearings here a bit more. I'm not going to take the buck, but I will take one of those does for meat. One has moved down, the others are sitting back. He's the smallest of the lot. It's probably about 150 yards out. But they're looking at me at the moment, so I can't make too many moves. And I've just felt the wind go the other way. The wind swung just as I start to move. That's how it goes. And like I said, I'm not too concerned. We're not desperate for meat yet, but one would be a bonus right now. So they've gone up into the bush, but they didn't see me. The wind just swirled for a second. That's all it takes. But I've still got two right out in the distance here. I haven't ranged them, I'd say they're about 300. Righto, we've got a couple of contestants. They're actually coming this way, so we'll see what happens. Righto, when this younger one turns broadside, I'm going to take it. Righto, that's good enough. You're not going to believe this. What a rookie error. Stopped recording when I was supposed to start and started when I was supposed to stop. So I didn't get the shot. Either way, I can assure you that animal went down instantly. What a dickhead. Anyway, we'll go down, we'll have a look, but it's a perfect eating size animal. So yeah, as much as I'm disappointed I didn't capture it for you guys, yeah, it's down. Yeah, I'm still pretty dark on myself for missing the shot, but in the end the deer's down. Perfect little eating size. Not a big deer, not a great test for the 130s at this stage, but trust me, it didn't run off. Righto, time to get dirty. Sorry little fella, but you are coming home with me. Is that knife sharp?
I just want to be on the end for Steve, I'll be honest.
Don't you cut yourself.
Don't you worry, there's your entry room.
Yeah, beautiful hole, perfect high shoulder, is my preferred shot. These low chest shots, in my opinion, make deer just
run off into the bracken.
Pretty much. What was that?
A lot of people don't know this, but when I can actually use the left hand.
Geez, you're pretty good at it.
Well, it's not without practice, Steve.
Quick fitty in the bush.
Well, it smells beautiful, Steve.
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried, I'll be honest.
It was a hot day.
Yeah.
Hot day.
But being down
pushing
there.
30 degrees, but good airflow is the key.
Yeah.
Straight through, as you would expect on such a small animal. Oh, mate, legs up. And don't you shortchange me now.
You got extra.
Come in and just watch the surgery. Is he doing it right, April? Normally, myself and Lee would use a jacketed projectile, and as I've said, dropping back to a 130 grain Barnes TTSX, monolithic, in other words, solid projectile that's supposed to create that X. It's done that,
yeah,
and definitely put this animal on the ground, but it's only a baby animal.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, one thing, if I'd hit that there with an SST, yeah, it would have dropped the animal on the spot, but it would have blown that to pieces.
No,
so there are some advantages so far.